So my family name is Houle, and my French grandmother's maiden name was Viau. Originally, the family came to Quebec City, and then the Houles came across to La Chute, the Ottawa Valley, east of Ottawa, Minnesota, Winnipeg, Rainy River. So that's where the family is largely. But I know in my grandmother's family, like I did genealogy not that long ago, and discovered that my great-grandfather was a cheesemaker, fromagère, in a little tiny town called Saint-Pascal-de-Bayon. So my family on my mom's side, on my dad's side, they're cheesemakers, and they had big dairy farms. That's pretty beautiful land, east of Ottawa. It's so special. Uncle Raoul, he was at the agricultural farm in Ottawa. What was that called? Farm. So there's some farmers and farm scientists in my French family. She always grew a little bit of her own food out at, we had a little family cottage on Lac Témiscamingue. She had a little garden there. We would always stop on the way out to the cottage, and she'd buy some flowers, these tacky flowers, pansies, striped pansies to put up. But she also planted beans and lettuce. It's all that would grow, but she planted it, and so we always had fresh beans and lettuce. Dad started to grow food when he became older. And he was so excited. He was like a little kid. Like, he was sure he was going to go to the Royal Ontario Fair with his tomatoes. So c'était, je dirais, c'est la fierté. So it was a really nice way for him to be proud. And he was super proud of me. He would always come here and say, because I have chickens and I have a mushroom farm in the back. Aaron, you need a farm. I said, I have a farm. It's just a little one. But no, my French family, they were really simple, hardworking people, and we ate together, and there were always family dinners and birthdays and celebrations, and we had a pride, and we always ate these special dishes that my aunt would prepare, my grandmama, my oncle, and it was good. People made their own wine. They were more like, it was way up north, so we were hunters and fishers, but they brought some of their own food to the table all the time. So lettuce, green beans, and partridge. Nice, eh? Picked a lot of blueberries, picked a lot of fruit. Oh my God, I just remember we picked so much fruit. Wow, I lived in Sudbury once, and oh my God, we just go pick blueberries for like a whole weekend.
Tradition alimentaire.
Oui, exact. Et le printemps, ça ouvre avec la saison de poisson. All my life, May 24th weekend, from when I was this big, toute la famille ont allé à la Rivière Blanche, and we set up our tents there, même s'il neigeait, and we put our fishing lines in, because the fish were running upstream, the fresh fish, the pickerel, really. Pickerel and the doré, and we fished May 24th weekend, so that's like when it started. And everybody, some came from Ottawa, some came from Sudbury. It was just a little west of Notre-Dame-du-Lac. But we went every year of my life. We started fishing on May 24th weekend. And then it would be like strawberries, and then we'd go to this big les serres, la bonté, quoi, and we'd pick strawberries. And yeah, there was something like this all the way through. And we did it. And then at the end of the year, we would all go hunting. It's really nice. I miss it, actually. Je crois qu'il y a un lien entre les traditions comme ça et ce que je fais ici, en ville. I realize really, so we have my dad is French, Franco-Ontarian. He was born in Quebec. He's Franco-Ontarian. Most of my family is Franco-Ontarian. From Smooth Rock Falls, Kapuskasing, North Bay, Sudbury. There's like all those towns that are really close to Quebec. So that's where they are, most of my family. My mom's family is absolutely not French. In fact, a little bit anti-French, as it was in the 60s, 70s, 80s. So I wasn't really j'avais pas la fierté franco-ontarienne when I was a kid. I didn't go to French immersion, but it was when I was an adult and I started working on a research team with some Acadians. And I remember that we would always say like francophones, and they would say les Acadiens, les Acadiennes. Then I realized, okay, you have a different tradition of Frenchness. It's not all the same. It's not all Quebec based. Probably in some way connected, but like the Acadian history is super different than the Quebecois history, and they have their own nourriture, Oui, des recettes. So my grandmama, Houle, she made a tourtière that I didn't love because it was like beef and pork. But the Acadian tourtière is pork and chicken, and it has some spices from the East Coast that are not in the Quebec one. So through this work and my friendships with the Acadians, I started to realize, oh yeah, like the Franco-Ontarians traditions are not the same as the Quebec traditions. Yeah, so then I got pretty excited about realizing that it's not just that, oh shit, I wasn't born in Quebec. It's like, oh shit, I was born in Ontario. So I'm flying a different flag. My dad was very proud to be Franco-Ontarian too. My father has, like, he just passed away, but he had a very thick accent. And he couldn't pronounce certain words. Like tick, right? Or hockey player. Yeah. So he had a kind of a hockey lisp French-Canadian accent. When he was a teenager and he came down to Southern Ontario to play hockey. And it just wasn't like cool to be French. And it wasn't like his ability to speak two languages had no value at that time. I mean, he was very deeply connected to his French roots and everything, but I think we kind of hid it a little bit. So my dad tried to pass us English for a long time, and tried to pass us as an English family. It wasn't until official bilingualism came in, and then he had this like kind of like official bureaucratic formal recognition that he had this skill. And it was great. That was a very, very good moment for my dad and for his family. He liked to speak French. And frog, French frogs. Such a story of resistance. It's just so beautiful. Yeah, you make fun wherever you can and however you can, even if it's just a harmonica, right? And spoons. Yeah. And spoons. Yeah. Oh, I try to do it, but I haven't figured it out. But it's fabulous. I wish that French Canadian and even Franco, any kind of Franco tunes were part of it, but they weren't. Like my grandmother Houle, she had a stereo and we used to listen to. She loved like Patsy Cline and Johnny Cash and Roy Orbison and like sort of good twangy Nashville, Conway Twitty, but I don't remember a single French song ever being played.